On the 22nd of March, I organized a workshop called Connecting Dotrščina. Together with the participants, we made a memory walk through the park, discussing the monuments from various perspectives. The aim of the workshop was to do a site analysis of Dotrščina, and by that let the participants develop a critical perspective towards monuments. I started by giving a short introduction to the park. The Dotrščina Memorial Park marks the site of a mass violence and murder site that took place in Zagreb during World War II. I explained about this and what happened in the city during that time. Afterwards, we went to the entrance sign to discuss the different monuments that were built in the park and when and why. The first monument is designed by the famous architect Karlijn Hulshof, and it was finished in 1968. It's a monument to the victims of Dotrščina. The second monument is for the citizens of Zagreb who fell on the streets of their city for freedom. This was finished and built and designed by Branko Ružić and put in the park in 1981. The third monument is the monument for the fallen revolutionaries of Zagreb, the revolutionaries between 1919 and 1941, which was designed by Stefan Lukatic and put there in 1985. The fourth is the graves of the valley, the monuments to those who died and were buried in Dotrščina between 41 and 45, also designed by Karlijn Hulshof and put in the memorial park in 1985. And the last one, that was placed in 1993, was made by Costa and Radovani, and it's for the citizens of Zagreb who died as a part of the people liberation struggle in the Second World War. After this, I divided the group into two, and at each monument I had prepared quotes. These quotes were from people who I had interviewed during my thesis about a year ago. So these quotes were meant to spark the discussion, and we discussed the monuments in the park from a few perspectives. So the first was from a personal point of view, from an historical perspective, and lastly from a memory perspective. How have the monuments' meanings changed through time, and how are they remembered now? We split up and we met back at the graves of the valley, the monument 4, where we came together and discussed the site. And we discussed the things we saw, the personal stories we discussed, but also how the monuments have been falling into oblivion recently. Afterwards, we did the evaluation, and in the evaluation form, participants indicated that they learned something new, and for some of them it was even the first time visiting Dotrščina. The general consensus was that people thought there should be more information about the site available on the site, and not just one sign, but also more information about each monument and the historical context of Dotrščina. And all in all, for people, it was a nice outing, and we discussed and exchanged new perspectives and ideas, and in general developed this critical understanding of monuments.